Francesca. Thank you for letting me be on your show. A ton of my fans have been tweeting out for me and they can't wait to watch it.
Oh, that's awesome. It's nice to hear that your fans watch my show. Well, since you're here, I'm gonna ask you about your album, The Dust Bowl Ballads. So what was your experiences during the Dust Bowl in the United States?
Well, during this time, I was traveling with some of my buddies from Oklahoma to California, and this is when I discovered traditional folk music and blues, which I'm able to incorporate into my songs.
Okay, so all your songs were based on your experiences during the Dust Bowl?
Yes, like my song, The Dust Bowl Blues.
So what are your general feelings about this song?
Well, the song had a positive beat, and I think it captured the effects of the Dust Bowl from my perspective.
Really? How was that?
Well, from the lyrics in the song, like, it turned my farm into a pile of sand. Those are the lyrics of an example of the effects during the Dust Bowl. Another example would be, but a dust storm burned her 1,600 feet. These lyrics show that the dust storms during the Dust Bowl were so heavy that it could have possibly buried someone.
I see. So what is the message you're trying to convey through this?
As I said before, in this song, I was trying to show the effects of the Dust Bowl from my experience.
Okay, so I have another question about the lyrics in the song The Dust Bowl Blues.
Sure, have at it.
So what did you mean when you said, I've seen the dust so black that you couldn't see a thing?
Well, I was saying how the dust in the Dust Bowl from the dust storms were really dark, and it was honestly everywhere and I couldn't see anything outside.
Wow, the Dust Bowl seemed like a rough time and very dangerous, huh?
Yeah, it really was.
Would you say it was hard to talk about this time? Like, did the era do anything traumatic to you, considering all the dust everywhere and the depression going on at the same time?
It could relate to my song Blowing Down the Road.
Really? How?
Well, this song is pretty energetic and upbeat, and I think it captures the idea of hope during this time.
Why do you think that?
Well, in the lyrics of the song, I say, ain't I gonna be treated this way? Repeatedly, I mean how.
So what exactly are you trying to portray in this song?
I'm trying to portray the idea of hope during this time and the idea of not giving up because of hardship in the Dust Bowl.
Wow, so what from this song would you pick out being a life experience?
I myself did not experience anything from this song, but I wrote it to sort of express the experience of a family during this time.
Do you think this life experiences from your song lent credibility?
Yeah, I think it relates to other people's lives during this time.
So what about your life during this time?
Well, as I said earlier, I was traveling from Oklahoma to California with my old friends, and traveling made me come up with all these songs for the album.
Oh, okay. So we'll be right back to continue the rest of the interview after the break. Bye, Mom.
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. The perfect time for an organic snack. I support locally grown farm foods. Geico! 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on farm insurance.
Okay, we're back with Woody Guthrie, and we'll continue from his Dust Bowl ballads.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so earlier we were talking about your song Dust Bowl Blues.
Yeah, and what about it?
So what was the message you were trying to get across again?
Well, I was trying to convey the effects that the Dust Bowl had on people.
So from this, can you relate it to the time now?
Well, not really, since most of the people now have not experienced the Dust Bowl or a Great Depression, so I don't think that anyone could really relate to this time. But I think people relate to my songs because of the heartfelt way I was trying to express the Dust Bowl across the U.S. that wasn't experiencing the Dust Bowl.
Okay, so how would you specifically relate your music to the modern day artists?
From this song, I can specifically relate to a style to the song The Scientist by Coldplay.
How is that?
Well, the song talks about death and loss of life and property, which is basically what my lyrics relate to.
How about the other song you mentioned earlier? Was it Blowing Down This Road?
Yeah, it was. I think that song relates a lot to Coldplay because the artist talks a lot about hope and not giving up.
Oh, I see. So would you say that the feelings of your songs could relate to anyone's emotions?
Well, from Blowing Down This Road, I was thinking about how people lost their jobs, and today I think people can relate to this, especially if they are homeless and unemployed.
So from your song that you wrote, why did you choose to publish and perform these songs?
I chose to perform these songs to expose the effects of the Dust Bowl and share my experience and also give people hope and not give up even in hardship.
See? That is a strong message to your fans and the people who are exposed to your songs.
Yes, that's what I intended to do.
Well, I think it's very effective and gives a strong relevance to the history of this time.
I'm glad you feel that way.
So earlier you mentioned how you traveled with your buddies to where again?
From Oklahoma to California.
What did you get from this experience? Did you experience anything that you put in this songs?
Well, not directly, but as I mentioned earlier, I said that I discovered traditional folk and blues and I incorporated this style into my songs.
Was there anything else?
Well, there was my personal experiences, but I know you just wanted to hear about how the songs were created.
You're right. So time is running short and thank you for coming to my show.
It's such a pleasure to be here.
Make sure to buy his album and stay tuned for the next segment. See you soon.
Hi, Francesca. Look at me! Look at me! Blues, if you've heard of it.
God.
That was good!
Hi, my name is Francesca.
Okay, one more time. One more. We're getting this down ready to go. Okay, we're done. We're not gonna do an interview because we can't even do this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start crying.
We're like talking a lot to pitch
Silence. Okay.
We're never gonna get this done.
Are we rolling?
Tell me when.
Oh, we are. Okay, go.